Hello guys, it's Ewan from the Book Garden again, and the second topic we're going to be looking at is history. And the first question will be, do you like learning history? So the band 6 answer is as follows. I enjoy learning history. I think it's a great way for me to understand the world. Besides all the lessons I had when I was in school, I often read articles and watched some videos about history to enrich my knowledge. For a higher level answer, say something like, I am deeply passionate about history. I believe this field of knowledge can offer holistic information about the development of the world and our society. Apart from the history lessons I attended as a student, I often spent time perusing online articles and watching documentaries about historical events. So, the second question we will take a look at is, do you think that history is important? For a band 6 answer, you could say, yes, I think history is a vital field that everyone should learn. It gives us a deep understanding about our origin. History also makes people appreciate the effort of their ancestors. For a higher level answer, say something along the lines of, yes, definitely. I believe that history can be a great tool for people to gain profound insight about their origin. It can also evoke the feeling of patriotism, as looking back at past struggles, especially wars fighting against invasions, can help people understand how their deceased fellow countrymen sacrificed themselves for the independence of their country. Alright, so the third question that we will take a look at will be, are there many museums in your country? For a band 6 answer, you could say, I don't have a lot of information about this, to be honest, but I believe that there are some important museums about history, art and culture. These museums are often located in the big cities and frequently become attractive tourist destinations. For a band 7 answer, say something like, I'm afraid that I don't hold a great deal of information about this, but I believe that there are some significant museums of different domains, such as history, art or culture. Some names that I can recollect are the National Railway Museum, the Natural History Museum and the National Gallery. The last question that we will take a look at in this topic is, when was the last time you visited a museum? For a band 6 answer, say something along the lines of, the last time I went to a museum was about 2 months ago when I got the chance to go to the Vietnam National Fine Arts Museum. There are a lot of beautiful and meaningful artworks which show different stages of Vietnam. It was a highly enjoyable experience. For a band 7 answer, you could say, 2 months ago, I went to the Vietnam National Fine Arts Museum. There were a huge number of artworks of different genres such as surrealism, impressionism, and abstract art. I remember seeing several sculptures and ancient relics there too. It was a great place which holds so many values and offers insights into Vietnam's history and culture. Some of the more advanced vocabularies in this topic are as follows: holistic, patriotism, invasions, domains, and relics. Advice for this topic, guys, is it doesn't matter too much if you don't have too much knowledge about history, okay? Just make sure that your answers are loosely based on the topic and are relatively general. For example, take a look at the band 6 answer for question 3. Alright, as you can see, you don't have to mention any specific museums. All you need to do is make sure that the answer remains relevant to the question. I have my notes and I have had 1 minute to prepare, and the question that I will be answering is, describe a historical event. You should say what event it is, when it happened, who or what was involved in it, and explain why you think it is an important historical event. And here is my answer. So the historical event that I would like to talk about today is the Battle of Dunkirk. This was a battle in World War II that took place in May and June of 1940 at the port city of Dunkirk in Belgium. This battle was between the Allied forces of the French and British Army against the German Army. At this stage in the war, the German Army had overwhelmed the Allied forces and had pushed them all the way back to the Channel ports with Britain. This put the Allied forces in grave danger, as the Germans would have had access to the port cities and would be on the verge of winning the war. For some reason, the Germans had a 3-day halt as they were advancing, still unexplained as to why to this day, which gave the Allied forces time to regroup and put defensive perimeters around the city. In this time, they also started an evacuation effort, which optimistically they hoped they could save 100,000 troops. However, due to the bravery and the fantastic organisation of their efforts, they actually managed to save over 300,000 troops. To me, this is a particularly important historical event because it turned out to be a turning point in World War II and swung the war in the Allies' favour. I also happen to believe it was an important moment in the 20th century history, as if the Nazis had won the war, it would have been a very different world today. Okay guys, so that is all for this week. I will see you in the next videos, so goodbye for now.